Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta talk. How do I want to do this? Ooh, this would make a very nice Assassin's Creed kind of style. Cool. Not what I was going for. I was kind of going for the Hitman turtleneck thing, Mr. 37 forever. We gotta talk. We gotta talk, ladies and gentlemen. If you would be so kind as to join me here. And if you're wondering what I'm smoking, I'm taking these itty-bitty little microscopic charcoal pieces of THC resin. Because again, resin is anything that matches the same jigsaw puzzle pattern of receptors that clicks your pieces together. So anything like psilocybin and dimethyltryptamine and LSD, they all have the same molecular shape. And it has the same molecular shape because there's a polymer and it bonds with your DNA on a cellular level. It unlocks, literally, like Assassin's Creed, your genetic heritages. You know what else is a polymer, guys? This isn't what I want to talk about. But kind of. Quit your bitch and get back in the kitchen. I want to slug everybody who fucking says that. Soaps, detergents, fragrances, what you put on your clothes, what you wash your cutlery with and put in your fucking mouth. Not to mention the soap bottles are full of microplastics. So now you got fiberglass in the soap that you're putting in your fucking cuts to sanitize it and clean it. Dump some vinegar on it and man the fuck up. Don't want the pain? Use apple cider vinegar diluted with water. Safe enough to clean a baby. Now, well, this takes about 4 or 5 minutes to click in. Oh, my 11:11 hour. Cool. I just run like clockwork. I'm very, very, very upset every single time I hear my frontal lobes are misfiring. I have to do a disclaimer. When I do my disclaimers, this is my medicine. The Brain Injury Association dropped me because they saw me talking about dimethyltryptamine and being stuck in dad mode when your pineal gland dumps it when a baby's involved and you're in love and blah 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 blah. Same feeling of being a dad, same feeling as being born, same feeling as being what they say is dead. Your brain floods dimethyltryptamine into your body as a last ditch effort to wake you up. If that doesn't bring your body back from the dead, you're gone. And if I would even speculate, scientifically speaking, when they found that the human body loses weight of a point micro fraction of a gram, just enough that it would be like a spiritual ether, smoke, what they call it in the Good Necker Comic Con. It was literally like smokeification or something. Meant to burn incense because it bonds with your DNA. Oxygen, what you're breathing, bonds with your DNA. So remember, put your damn masks on when the war starts and make sure it's a bulletproof one with a fancy helmet and a really cool hood. No medical mask required. Hero masks only. Now, I'm really upset every time I hear men want homemakers. Men want traditional wives that submit. No, we don't. Fuck off. I don't want a pussy ass bitch. I'm a dad. I got enough of them. Sounds so awkward. I got kids and I got fucking 100 sex requests on fucking Facebook alone daily. Not to mention all the OnlyFans bitches that jump into my everywhere. Why I'm always yelling at you. I think I get a client. No, just somebody else who wants to fuck me. Men don't want homemakers. Men don't want women that we can just say, hey, go do this. Because I'm tired. Rawr. Fuck off. You are our DMT. Alright? Dad, mom, trifecta. Dad, mom, you both killed. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Dad, mom, trifecta. I'm just putting the Holy Spirit as the mother before the fucking son. Because that's kind of how it works with the chicken and the egg situation. Just saying, guys. Mind you, to scientifically break that down, it's the same thing. The egg would be in the chicken, or the chicken would be inside the egg. Like a Russian doll. They would technically arrive simultaneously. As equal. Ooh, look at that. Wait. This is good stuff. This is the tea. $30 is good, but you gotta have a partner to keep this thing fucking burning with. Dad, mom, trifecta. And if you kiddos want the actual mechanic breathing techniques for working with dimethyltryptamine, whether it be out of a, suck the lighter for example, but you get my point. The vapes, the concentrates, or a dab, where you would literally do it like this. You just mix it as a resin in with your tea. Cannabis feels good. And mushrooms and LSD. I mean, they all complement each other. They all jigsaw fit. They're meant to, especially if you're working with the Hoffmans, the LSDs, because it's synthetic. It only takes you so far. It is only physical. LSD is only physical. To tap it, you have to know your meditation technique, or it doesn't activate. Or if you're like me, you can take 3 fucking paper tabs and not even fucking notice. That is legit a microdose. If anything, it makes me gassy and angry, and that's about it. Don't use paper tabs. Go with the diamond liquid pyramids. Will unlock your head, so you don't get stuck in depression and end up fucking dead. Actually, a lot of people get it. It got famous for suicide because people would take it and they want the strongest drug on the market to off themselves. And they overdose on the DMT. And this is my point, the dad-mom trifecta. Women, you are our DMT. I'm gonna get really emotional. That's fine. I've been loved by very, very precious, special women. The fact that my mom's goddamn Looney Tune, I'm surprised I don't hate all of you. Although, well, you don't talk to me because I am very angry. I gotta reverse engineer that. I gotta love her because all of you have loved me, even in spite of how fucking aggressive I am to out both of the idiots. Do my best. When you die, I'll take you through the process. Be right back from a message by our sponsors, by a message from our sponsors. I gotta figure it out. I gotta have like a little sign. My brain speed, well, you can tell my mouth isn't being able to catch up with it. That's why I film myself live, so you kiddos can see the fucking difference. Point being, myoclonic jerks, your electrical nerve firings. When your respiratory rate, your breathing slows, So much so, like when you fall asleep too fast or die, that your heart gets sent a signal that something's wrong and it starts to jar you. Okay? If it's concentrated by stress, it's a nervous tick, twitchy eye, muscle that does this stupid, annoying thing. And usually this is because your spinal cord has been kinked and it's pressing down on your nervous system in a sense where, I'll have to use my hand because I can't show you how I'm jabbing my hand. Actually, sure. This is my spine. I'll stab my sleeve. Alright? I got 2 fucking sweaters on. So, this is supposed to be connecting here, right? So your arms work and everything properly. Well, if you get kinked, it ends up cutting into your spinal column and or over jamming, like I guess if you think if we put a whole wall plug in the fucking outlet and twisted it and it still had a like full connection but it's not parallel and it's gonna misfire out the fucking sides and be a fire hazard. That's what's happening inside your body when you get the fucking nervous ticky ticks. That's just one scientific fact. I've been studying medicine and science for 30 years trying to cure her. And now I know how to. I just need somebody to give me money so I can do shroom insurance. Point being, that's your heart. Your brain's on a different circuit. When your heart dies and your breathing stopped, and when your heart rate's accelerated and you run out of oxygen, your oxytocin, your serotonin, your dopamine, your DMT, all convert through asphyxia, like when I run out of breath and I start to cry, or I run out of breath and start to get angry. Cortisol, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. Got them! I know all 8 dwarfs now, fuckers. Point being, when I run out of oxygen and my heart rate's accelerated, all the happy stuff turns to cortisol and estrogen and all the negatives. So this is my rapid firing bipolar Tourette's. Can't help it. If I'm in a good mood or an angry mood, you guys can't tell that I'm actually fucking crying. Like every 3 minutes. It cycles. That's why I'm always happy. I'm either happy or I'm fucking crying. My hyper-aggressive personality or hyperactive personality syndrome is either happening or it's happy. And anything in between is fucking 50 Shades of goddamn disgrace. It's confusing. I don't like crying all the time. I also don't like yelling and fucking screaming at Trudeau all the time either. Sometimes it's fun. You can't medicate this. All I can do is just show it to you and explain it in real time. I like being in love when you see her and she takes your fucking breath away. Literally. You're speechless. You run out of air, and your heart does a jibby jab. And when that doesn't work, because your body's so dead, women are so stunning, you stop our fucking hearts. When we see you for the first time sitting across the fucking room, or when we see you for the first time after 10 goddamn fucking years. Opposite parallels. One's a cry, one's a joy. Different emotions, different time periods. I named the split half. Would you, boyo, kindly pay attention to how I have learned to dialect. My personality syndrome. 7 different head injuries, 7 different rewiring, 7 different actual families, interestingly and uniquely enough, 7 different chakras, 7 different personality traits, 7 different genetic backgrounds, based off last names and histories. I have a dissociative split personality disorder. It's very unique for me to talk about, especially after recently everything's just kind of become one thing. The integration worked really well back at Halloween. Ethan Kane. And Tristan Scotland Peterman. Peter Parker. Right. The voice that went through puberty can project itself in any manner. And Dad Man, the guy that put up with fucking shit. The aggressive one. He got stuck in autopilot mode for too long. What do you call it, Ashley? Yeah, there's 2 of us. One of us likes you, one of us likes you. Anyway. He middied permanently for years. He kind of made, yeah, it makes sense. It was about 7 months in. There's the 777. This was unexpected. I just thought I was going to give a brief talk on how you girls take our breath away, and we literally die inside. And so when your body dies, like I have, apparently numerous fucking times, it dumps, it floods all the DMT, it dumps your whole fucking everything. Like a porn addiction, like a fucking orgasm, like being in love, all of it combined together, bang. It dumps your fucking everything, your whole tank supply, in a last-ditch effort to fucking wake your body up again. And it's the same as being in love. It's the exact same as being in love, because again, you women, you're so fucking precious. Even for a goddamn messed up nut like him. Me. Both of us together combined, boy. The Father, the Son, and the Holy and Holiness. Proper McKenna breathing techniques for working with dimethyltryptamine. 4 breaths of 30 seconds each. Now, most people will tell you like 12 to 15 and maybe 20 at tops. No. I've wasted way too many trips fucking this up. Take this seriously. Brain Injury Association, who thinks I'm gonna regret posting about this. Fuck you. I don't need your services. You're obese as shit and you're very confused and traumatized by all the fucking mental idiots you work with. If you can't handle me, how do you think Ash felt after 6 years? With him aggressively being worse. Point being, 4 breaths of 30 seconds each. And you cannot breathe in between that. And when I say 4 breaths, I mean you huff it until you can't fucking haul it no more. Maybe you're just a little softer on the end so you can relax into it. Maybe don't overfill your lungs to a max fucking tense. Just pretty comfortable. The throat choke, the cough reflex is absolutely fucking brutal. That's why I became a chain smoker intentionally and purpose, so I could work with DMT on this level. You have to hold that shit in, comfortably relax into it, make sure you have a timer, probably metronome, and probably a partner to keep track, because you get confused as motherfuck after about 7 seconds. You're trying to hit 30 and you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, how many 7 sevens were there? Okay, we're at least at 20 something now. And then you start trying to count the syllables of your own mind chatter to figure out the metronome while trying to fucking keep up with the shit. It's crazy. It's fun. And I think my most memorable trip outside of the time that something, I swear to fuck, rolled out of the fireplace, turned off the TV, the message of the timer counting down, saying that your TV's been on standby for so long, it's gonna shut off. It turned into a fucking jibber-jabber language that looked like Klingon. And it literally said, "Congratulations, you fucking found me. But I'm gonna be gone when this timer hits 0, so this is our time together. Hi." And it was this beautiful peacock type thing that sounds like a fucking chocobo. Oh, what's that? The chocobo sound is the sound of a cawing peacock? Final Fantasy? I uncracked your algorithm. The magical chocobo is a fucking peacock sound. It's like a turkey was the sound effects for the Tyrannosaurus in Jurassic Park. Point being, you're gonna get to 30 and you're gonna exhale. And for the best of your abilities in one breath without oxygenating, you're gonna go another, and I inhale at a rate that I time myself. It takes me a minute and a half just to finish an inhale sometimes if I do it slowly. About 45 seconds on the exhale. You're gonna do that again on breath 2. You're gonna, and to the best of your abilities, you're gonna hit this thing a 3rd time without taking any oxygen, without breathing or taking a choke to cough. If you cough, you're kind of fucking done. You can't do it properly. You have to be able, and I mean, in my experience, you get 2 breaths. After that second take in, you get a and then you gotta go again. And if you fuck this up, you have just wasted all of that, because it will subconsciously do its thing, but it will not be physical. Now, I've never done this on LSD. I have not crossed those 2 yet, and I've been very much encouraged by scientists who make these things for the sake of humanity's sake. People need to know about this. You think I'm manic? This is what fixed me. And then you have to hit that thing a 4th time, and maybe a 5th. And the room will fucking collapse into a muddled putty clay ball of all the shapes and sounds and colors around you. Everything literally rabbit hole tunnel visions into a fucking clump of shit, like you just got crushed by a fucking car cube thing. And the colors continue to wrap and rotate in a kaleidoscope. A kaleidoscopic visual. Full room, full body, like the Animus is loading, but it's a kaleidoscope of geometric shapes and patterns. And in this, once I found, again, I looked inward, and there was the peacock again, the thing that rolled out of the fireplace. And it says, "Watch me dance." And it bends backwards and it flip-flops around like a jellyfish gecko. It's transparent ether that has the ability to float down like an angel and just drape itself, Harry Potter invisibility cloak, around anything and everything around us. And they're alive. And sometimes they'll slither around like little snakes. Sometimes there'll be actual snakes, like snake grass, and when you talk to them and communicate, you can make them come up and down and back and forth. And if it's smoke on the table, or if it was like, I think one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen was it would be like the powder on the table here. It all Mandela'd in the real time, not just me, not like confused as hell inside the ball of the Mandela. And this ball, I haven't been able to do it. This is the McKenna shit. That's the border world. You can go through that and off into the space-time continuum. I've never, not even myself, with my research, been able to clip that one. It's very expensive. And for someone like myself, a $500 investment is maybe 4 trips. 4 opportunities. And if you fuck up the first one, you better know what the fuck you're doing for the second one, and you do not wait 6 fucking months to do it again. You go immediately, as soon as your body can fucking tolerate it. Otherwise, you are not going to remember the breathing techniques and everything that you just learned. It's going to be gone. You have to hit that fucking thing again. When you're working with the mushrooms and you go through the gates and your face has gotten so flush and pink and red and so dehydrated and winkly that you look in your mirror and you actually looks like your face is melting off based off the mild hallucinations, but your whole, your dilation, your circulation, everything is expanded and growing. It stimulates like your body has just died, and it says, hey, we're gonna nourish all of you. We're gonna womanize the men in a beautiful way, a beautiful rainbow way. The love of your women come into you in an innuendoed way, apparently, as well. They nurture you. They care for you when you can't do shit. This isn't when you're in your alpha male max leadership prime. A father commanding and like ordering your fucking crew around. That's when you listen to her. She's in charge. You're the soldier. You take night shift. You're the one who stays up all night every night with the baby because the woman just barely survived giving birth. So your baby, Anastasia almost didn't make it. That's why she's got her speech thing. Her head got fucking crushed coming out. Her heart rate went from 140 beats to 50. Like with me, there was an emergency C-section, but it was a vacuum. They just ripped her clear the fuck out. It wasn't even crowning. The baby was about this far out. We went, oh, we can see the hair. Baby's dead, get her out of there. So when your wife is in surgery, going through what my mom went through and not able to see the child, that's why you kidnapped her, Dina. You did the same thing my dad did to me, you bitch. And there's no law. There's no statute of limitations on child abuse, and I can prove that you kidnapped Anastasia through legal, proper means. Through your PTSD fucking... Stop it. Supposed to be talking about how beautiful women are, and I'm getting angry. Point being, a legal factor. The fact that she took my daughter away from me and was proven to be suffering severely, and I mean severely, from postpartum depression. It takes a strong man to love a strong woman. She ended up in a shelter because she got so vicious, and I ended up with the kid. And then, like my dad did to me, she kidnapped her. And then I was beaten senseless and almost died to make sure I couldn't follow my child by your good friend. And again, I can prove it through fucking court, you bitch. Anastasia's brother's dad. Not too indifferent than Maddox's dad, who crushed my fucking head to shit. I swear to God, you're still dating that idiot. Even calling him Dusty and Dustin. You admit to the name. And in court, you're a good friend. Yeah. You guys are just keeping the fucking eye on me, eh? Bring the heat, Wooly. You ain't got no teeth to knock out, and I'll kill you. I make that very clear every time I fucking talk to the boys in blue, too. Try me. Because I can't take another beating. That's why I'm sketched out all the time. Any more hits to my head, I'm done. I can't go through this again. I can't take any more damage. My body's tapped. That's why the pain. That's why the anger. That's why I'm convinced I'm gonna die in my sleep for years. From the trauma, the beatings, all of it. I'm sorry you ended up in a shelter. Mr. Wooly, I'm not sorry that you only got 30 days. And I got 2.5 years. And 13 more to go. What the fuck else are you gonna do to me? You raped Sterling on fucking Father's Day, the last attempt you had to manipulate me. And then following that, because that didn't make me walk away from anyone, then you put me in jail. To have her admit in trial that nothing happened. It cost me $10,000 to get those transcripts to prove it too. Temper, laddie, temper. Use fucking tools, dude. You're Ethan Kane in the third-person point of fucking view based off brain damage in video games. I'm the one who sees things first person. I'm the one lucid dreaming. When you see your hands, you know you're dreaming because you literally fucking your middies or you sleepwalking. Me sleepwalking. Yeah, I middied so hard for like 7 months I didn't come back. I took on a dual alternate personality. The me persona where I can see what I'm doing and comfortable. And then the me who doesn't know what the fuck the other's doing. Because last I checked, I middied, gapped out my head, started talking to myself just like this. And whatever was in my hand while I'm pacing. Well, where the fuck did I just put that down? Now I have brain damage. I'm literally in 2 places at once all the time. A first person and a third person. I don't know how I talk to other people, because when I talk to other people, I talk to them just as intensely as I talk to myself. With pinpoint precision. Like, Mission Impossible 2 makes it look like it's hard to fucking hold your hand steady on a target looking in a mirror. It actually makes it easier. Tom Cruise. You're still pretty fucking cool, though. That was a John Woo trick. That was a camera shot thing. Kit Whitmore trained me. Point being, smoke something. Talk as me, sure. As you'd say it like you say it to her. This is when it goes quiet. Because I'm present. I see things. Do things. And then, to be honest, as a tool, my attention simply goes like a target to you. And back again. Kinetic learning. I have no idea if I'm autistic. I'm just telling you, this is how this split personality thing works. This lets me do both at once. However, I'm the one stumbling over how I want to say this. I call it the warrior's reprieve. When you're stuck in your trauma and you're able to integrate and look back on all the damage you've done. For better or for worse, in manic mode you go into to protect your loved ones. You look back and you think, oh my god, I shouldn't have done that, or posted that, or fuck that person in general or over. Sometimes it's the same thing, right? It takes longer. I should have inhaled that and kept it. Women are here to take care of us when we're done, when we're fucking dead, when we're brain damaged and recover, and no one else will tolerate us. Why can't I do this without looking at you? Because this is your vulnerable side, dumbass. Smartass. You nurture us and you put us back together. We don't want you to go into the kitchen and get us a sandwich because we're demanding and mean and want homemaker wives. Or wives who submit because they were made for Adam. By God, fuck off. Unilateral. The firstborn was either a fucking hermaphrodite person capable more, or likely both, and they were born of twins, conjoined twins. What the fuck do you think it means? Adam gave a rib to Eve. They were conjoined twins. It's a medical factor. Twin siblings. Likely from a hermaphrodite type species that would have likely been a type of mermaid that came from the sea and mated with a land dweller. Again, Disney, you're not too far off. If anything, I understand you better than you think. That's why. If I look at the camera and say this, I'd have to pick one of you to focus on. In my head, I would be giving the speech to one or the other. But the point is, the truth is, you both love me. At my worst. If anything, Jess, you've been protected from an even worse nightmare. In the last 10 years. Ash, I'm sorry about that. I can overtly be brutally honest. I don't have a choice. My frontal lobes are blown out. I can't lie. But I can negate and swap personalities. And people can't tell the difference outside of knowing I'm happy, healthy, or Looney Tune-ish. Men don't want women who just do what they're told. We like strong women, we need it, because when we're fucking dead from beating up alligators and fighting tigers and staying awake for fucking... Let's face it, is the world record for staying awake dies at 7 days. And the dad who made his world, his family, the earth. And if you look at the Bible, it's instructions, survivally speaking, for setting up a homestead. It's someone's journal. Likely from leaving Atlantis off the coast of fucking Africa when the volcano, the original now dormant Garden of Eden, erupted and knocked the fucking thing into the sea as Sodom and Gomorrah. And Noah's Arks that disembarked, there were multiple of them. Most ended up in Norway, the tall blonde aliens. Come on, guys, do better. The rest went, well, you had your Europeans, you had your Norwegians. I suppose you had your indigenous natives with the ethical black female DNA genetic gene that every living creature shares. I mean, how'd it work? The Y just... That's all it does. It's a fucking pin and needle drop. Your chromosomes, Y, and one's gonna fucking drop and be an X. Male, female. Legit. It's a fucking pin drop. The chromosomes function just like the fucking, ovarian sac releasing the egg. It drops. Just like the testicle drops. Or the appendage of the urea. Whatever you want to call it. Urethra tube drops. Yeah. People pay the John D. Rockefeller system $100,000. That was back in the day. For 10 years of bullshit, just to figure that out. Fun, right? What's the difference between males and females? One came first. You might have, I suppose, and one came second. However, until they're unilaterally pegged together, legit, it would be the egg crossed with the fucking sperm. It's gonna hit, and it's literally gonna be a straight, like crow's legs, a body, and then it just replicates. Cell division, sacred geometry. For what? The Fibonacci sequence? And that ultimately creates your kaleidoscopic mandala of fucking shapes, colors, sights, sounds, and everything else that you know and see that is predicted to be little teeny tiny strings that flicker on and off in and out of existence as an electromagnetic pulse frame rate on a screen. And I put my violin away. And all these little strings are being plucked and plopped and clicked and clacked and flicked and flacked as all the other stuff little bounces around it as sound and vibrational waves. Pretty colors, lights, and sounds. Back to beautiful women sparked off. Your temperament has pretty lights and sounds like cute little Pikachu toasters. Yeah, when you're all mad at me and screaming at me and you're acting like I'm not paying attention to you, it's because I'm thinking of you in the cutest, most beautiful way I can to keep myself from fucking throwing a pillow at you at the worst. At the worst, making you feel that I don't love you. Making you feel you needed to walk away. I broke the sigil's creed and I did validate your fears and all of it. That's what anger does. And again, once everything converts to testosterone, cortisol for both genders, which women need twice as much estrogen as males, estrogen to testosterone ratio in order to maintain homeostasis. Men need twice as much testosterone. And when we both speak out loud in anger, the testosterone goes to cortisol, it goes to estrogen. And it brings it back down, kind of thing. There might be a more specific chemical in between that isn't cortisol. You get my point. However, the weaker personality will always mimic and mirror the dominant one. So if you're both talking out loud in an argument because it feels good and everybody's just having it out because it's open, honest communication, well, here's the thing, guys. Your girls are going to mimic your environment. So the more you talk, rant, and rage, the more she's going to yell and scream at you. And eventually your neurotransmitter timer that hits a point of repetitions, like you've done 100 push-ups and you fucking faceplant, because the electrical signals are cutting from the muscle. And you're losing blood from the fucking area. And you need to reset. And if you don't, she is going to experience non-voluntary muscle responses. Yelling, screaming, swearing at you. You're both going to do it. Especially if you're not oxygenating. That's why it's important for men to be stoic and quiet, because she will mirror and mimic your environment. It's a John Gray, men are from Mars, women are from Venus thing. And you have the rubber band. You have the rubber band because we don't want to subject you to our fucking aggressive shit. But you want it because you will love us at our worst, as we will you. Always. Cosmically committed forever I do. Apparently to end this rhyme for both of you. Men need to see what it looks like for a man to commit. Whatever the cost, whatever the loss or the sacrifice. We're dad, we're men. We're chill with the most graphic Amityville horror, Saw Saga, horror movie shit. That's fine, we don't care. The more testosterone we have, the more comfortable we are. Because we just need twice as much testosterone as estrogen. We're chill. We can rock the toxic. You girls can't, and you keep trying to love us through it. And then we yell at you because we know it's bad for you, so we don't want to hurt you. And the reverse disregard shit comes in. We don't want women who just do what they're fucking told. We want women to stand up to us and let us know it's okay. That even at our worst, you still love us. Because you're strong enough to understand it takes a strong man to love a stronger woman. I don't want you to go in the kitchen and get us a sandwich because we're tired. We want to go in the kitchen and get you a sandwich because we love you. Even if we're putting the bread on top of the fucking cat because we're so tired. And then you need to be strong enough and compassionate enough to tell us it's okay to stop loving you and go to sleep and go take care of ourselves, and that you're not just gonna leave. This is why all the women leave. This is the rubber band effect. We have to self-isolate in order to avoid hurting you because we love you. And you perceive this as we have stopped loving you. And we have perceived this as, oh my god, if we do this, you're going to stop loving us, and everything goes to fucking other people. and nobody commits to the cycle that it hurts. For better or for worse. You wouldn't hate your child for going through it. I'm told I shouldn't hate my parents for going through it. And you should not hate your best friend for going through it. We don't want traditional housewives to stay home and clean and do everything for us because we're the kings of our castle. You are the queens and we are your fucking bodyguards. The royalty goes to the children. Period. Women and children get aboard those lifeboats. Unless you have a child and you're a man.